Edo Hell, where dreams go to shrivel up slowly and burn away to nothing. If you've been hard stuck for a while now, I'm sure motivation is low and frustration is high. If only there's just one simple, easily digestible video that could solve all of your problems in one place. Hey, I'm Zapper, and unfortunately, I do not have the secret formula to solve all your problems. But what I can do is this. Back in the first act of Valorant, I started off in gold, and before that, I was silver in CSGO. So yeah, I was just as bad, if not worse, than you are right now. Somehow, I was able to climb up from the depths and eventually reach my peak rank of Immortal 3 582 RR. But don't get me wrong here, it took me a long time and a lot of hard work to get there. If I somehow forgot everything Valorant related, was back in gold, and had to do it all over again, here's what I would do. Before anything else, I would play 1 to 5 matches of ranked. And yes, there's a very specific reason for this. During these ranked matches, I would play my absolute heart out. And chances are, my resulting performance would end up being mid-tier at best. But guess what? That's totally okay. This is only step 1 in my 4-step process to progress. Next, I would do research. And by research, I don't mean just click on the first educational Valorant video I see pop up on my YouTube recommended page. I'd probably do something even more lame, like search up how to get good at Valorant. Then shortly after, realize how little I really know about the game. From here, I would likely spiral down a rabbit hole of educational content, learning about peeking, angle advantage, positioning, game sense, utility usage, team play, communication, until I finally felt like I attained a solid understanding of what good Valorant entails. I wish just learning the material was enough, but in order to be good at Valorant, I would also need to be able to apply the knowledge in-game as well. Which brings me to step number 3. Now I would hop back into Valorant again and start playing some more ranked. At this point, I have a lot more knowledge than I used to, and while I'm likely playing better already, I'm still making a lot of mistakes. But the big difference here is that I can tell that I'm making mistakes. And so after each death, I would reflect and think to myself, what went wrong there? And what could I do better to improve upon for next time? Slowly over time, the knowledge from research and the experience from playing and reflecting start melding together into some weird kind of brain mush that allows me to seamlessly improve my gameplay. I finally start ranking up, seeing progress, and I can even feel a smile start creeping back onto my face. That is, until the progression comes to a screeching halt from what I like to call imbalance. I had spent every waking moment of my time focusing on strategy and had become a better player because of it. However, I had completely neglected the mechanical side of the game. Now, every time I would try to make a play, I would miss crucial shots that should be guaranteed kills. So what do we do then? I would personally go back to doing research, although this time, more along the lines of how to aim in Valorant. Eventually, I would come across warm-up routines and aim training guides, both of which I would immediately implement into my current Valorant obsession. Finally, all the pieces are in place, and I can comfortably ascend through the hell of which we call Valorant Ranked. I successfully have climbed out of gold. Now, that was kind of a fever dream, but basically, I've taken you through the process of learning itself. To simplify it for you, it's literally just these 4 different things. 1, play the game. 2, do the research. 3, reflect. And 4, aim train. This can help you get out of any rank, not just gold. The biggest caveat here, if you remember, is this. It's going to take time. If you really want to improve, you will need to go through these 4 steps not just once, but consistently for an extended period of time. The longer you're able to stay consistent with it, the better you will become. The top pro players you see on stage have stayed consistent with this process for years on end. Don't be discouraged though, most players you see in ranked have never played to improve before, ever. And if you can manage to do this process for a week, 2 weeks, a month, let's just say you will be ranking up before you know it.